Hello everyone, let's do this problem. It says, estimate the bond angles for the bonds mentioned below. Part A, the HCN bond in HCN. Part B, the CCN bond in CH₃CH₂NHCH₃. So if we want to determine the bond angles, what should we look at for that? Well, we can look at the hybridization of the central atom in the bond that we're looking at, or in the multiple bonds we're looking at, right? Each of the bonds mentioned has 3 atoms, so there is a central atom. So we look at the hybridization of that central atom, and then we know what the bond angles should be for that type of hybridized atom. Okay, so let's draw out our structures. So for HCN, it's pretty straightforward. H single bonded to carbon, triple bonded to nitrogen. That carbon has 2 charge centers. So the carbon is going to be sp hybridized. And we know that the bond angle for an sp hybridized atom is 180 degrees. Okay, part B, we have the compound CH₃CH₂NHCH₃. And the problem said we want to look at the CCN bond. So that would be on the left-hand side of the nitrogen, CCN. So we're looking at this second carbon that I'm going to make green. So the carbon directly to the left-hand side of that nitrogen. The nitrogen has a lone pair. So how many charge centers does this carbon have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that carbon is sp3 hybridized. And we know that for an sp3 hybridized atom, the bond angles are 109.5 degrees. And we can see that if we draw out the structure in the tetrahedral shape. So we'd have that central carbon, a wedge and a dash hydrogen coming off of that carbon, and then a methyl group in the plane. And pointing above is the NHCH3 group. So that bond angle between the nitrogen and the methyl group, the nitrogen, the hydrogen, nitrogen to hydrogen, that is all going to be 109.5 degrees. All right. So we have 180 degrees for part A and 109.5 degrees for part B. That's it for this problem. I hope this video was helpful, and thank you for watching.